as always, but just check in, see how you're feeling today, set the bar for your workout depending on where you are today. All right, everybody, good morning. Welcome to LisaBug Circuit Training. We are in the month of April 2026. What I have for you today is we're going to start to warm up utilizing the movements that I'll be giving you throughout the class. So you're going to be learning those and thinking about how you would like to modify those movements for yourself. So let's get started with that. Then we have a circuit of 6 different exercises, 4 times a piece. So what I'd like for you to start with is just soften your knees, and we're going to take side taps to the right and left and just reach the hand forward. So one of our cardiovascular exercises today has these side taps. So I want you to just get the mind and body connected, start to warm up the joints of the body as you get used to these movements. So a little bit different than our usual lymphatic warm-up. And then from here, move into knee raises, up and up. If you'd like to do the traditional lymphatic slaps with these, you can as well. And think about really good posture, as always. Long spine, starting to breathe, keeping that connection with your core. So in the class, what we're going to have is 2 side taps and 2 knee raises. So let's try it. Side tap, knee, knee. Side tap, side. You can add any arm, so you can reach across and go knee, knee. Side tap, maybe your knee, you're pressing the arms up. So you choose what you'd like to do with your arm movements. That's going to facilitate the increase of your heart rate. So let's do a couple more of these. Great. One more. Side tap, knee, and knee. In our strength training segment, we're doing a dead row. So let's reach down, pull the elbows back, straighten the arms, and come up. So we're just practicing this with no weight, hinging from the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades, and come up. Now, when we're doing these in the class segment, you can change this any way you want. Maybe add wide rows out to the side, or maybe a single arm row on each side. So just kind of play with it a little bit as we're warming up, and then you'll have some ideas of where you'd like to go in the class for this. Make sure you're bending your knees a little bit, and certainly going at your own pace. When we do this exercise, we'll be using our heavier weights. Let's do a couple more. Nice strong core. Last one. Okay, then we move into cardio again. We've got our burpee variations. So I'd like to do the body wave and just get started with the body wave, because that is your first choice for this cardio segment. Just staying with the body wave if you'd like. I do have a chair close by to give you some of the other burpee variations. Then the next variation is do a body wave, hold a squat, and do 2 toe taps back. Body wave, squat, 2 toe taps back. Good, so that's another variation for our burpee. And then we also, if you want to use your chair, we can do the body wave, put your hands on the chair, walk back to a plank, body wave, walk back to a plank. Good. And then we also have our last option, body wave, jump back to a plank, and jump in. So just warming up, but I want to demonstrate all of these for you in the warm-up. So let's do a couple more. Your choice of burpee variation. Good, let's do one more. And take a break. With the next strength training movement, we'll have our feet wide in a squat. We'll be holding the weights here. Do a squat, an optional overhead press to a tricep extension. Squat and press, optional behind the head. Good. So probably a little bit lighter weights for this one than you're using for the dead row. You can also maybe come up on your toes out of that extension. So you can add the calves here. Good. Now, if it bothers your shoulders to press up, very lightweight or not pressing up at all is fine with this. You can do many, many options. But our goal is to strength train the legs as well as the arms. So let's do 2 more. Good. Last one. And rest. Take your feet together, just start marching in place. Good. So those are the exercises we're going to be doing. After each segment, we'll take a couple of minutes to work on balance and stretching and to get a drink. And then we'll repeat everything over from the top. Okay, so body should be warm. Let's go ahead and grab a drink to begin. And then I'm going to set my timer. Our first exercise is your plank. 90 seconds, you choose how you would like to do your plank today. My hope is to get 4 rounds, and I was hoping to be at 10 after right now, so I'm working perfect because each one of these segments is going to take us about 10 minutes. So get yourself in position for your plank. It's a 90-second. Maybe a bird dog is fine. You choose. So let's get down in place, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. All right. So for this entire circuit, the first time through is going to kind of be an evaluation of how your body is feeling, because we'll be adding our weights to this. And in the warm-up, it's a little bit easier than it is once we add workload. But this will give you an idea of where you'd like to go with your exercises. I'm also going to give you every 30 seconds on your plank. So that's 30 seconds there. You have 1 more minute. So if you'd like to change it up on each 30-second mark, you can do that. We've been practicing that over the last month or two of every 30 seconds, maybe having an option to switch up what you're doing. Okay, so wherever you're at, I want you to think about your breathing, your alignment of your spine, and the core connection. That's 1 minute. You have 30 seconds to go. Now, some of those other options are to drop down to your forearms, to do your plank on a countertop or a kitchen table. A lot of options here. Up against the wall is terrific. Side planks, any of those work great. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Then we're going to come up quickly and start our cardio. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. We have 2 side taps and 2 knee raises. So start whenever you're ready. Side, side, knee, knee. Good. So practice this in the warm-up. Change it up any way that you would like to do it. Good. So we're working the body on different planes here. We have the frontal plane, which is the side-to-side movement of our body. And we have the sagittal plane, which is the forward and back of our body. And as always with LisaBug, I'm just here to give you a suggestion for this exercise. If it's something that you'd like to do different for cardio, go ahead and go for it. As long as you're getting your heart rate up here for this 90-second phase. Great job. We have about 40 seconds to go. And breathe. Nice. So I have this set up so we start with our core, our plank, then we get the heart rate up, then we move into strength training for the upper and lower body, then we get the heart rate up again, move into strength training one more time, and then we do a balance and stretch. 10 seconds. Good job, everybody. You're on a nice roll. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Pick up your heavier weights. This is your dead row. 90 seconds. We come to the knees, pull back, and rise up. And just like we did in the warm-up, you can try some different things with this. Maybe a 1-arm pull And then the other side, or some wide position rows out in here. 90 seconds gives you a nice long period of time to try some different things with this. There's the first 30 seconds. We have 1 minute to go. So our goal is to bend the knees a little bit. We're hinging forward to get the hamstrings and the glutes working. And then we have a row to strengthen the upper back, the backs of the shoulders, the biceps, and our core is really strong here. 30 seconds to go. And then we go into our burpee variations. Great job. And you're just getting into the next movement as quickly as you feel comfortable doing it. If you need a break, please take it. All right, 15 seconds to go, everybody. I'm feeling those arms working, the core for sure. Breathing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, set your weights down. Back into cardio, burpee variations, body wave, then maybe a tap back lunge, or use your chair and come into a plank, or jump back into that plank. I'm going to stay with this variation for this entire round. So a nice body wave coming up on toes and reaching back. This toe tap behind is an active elongation of your hip flexors. So that's a nice movement to put in at this point. Great job. Nice. We're almost at the halfway mark. And then we've got our stretching and our balance poses coming up. No, we have one more strength first. That's right. I have my notes off camera so that I don't forget. Woo! Great job, everybody. 30 seconds to go on your burpee variation. Whew. Check in. What's your rating of perceived exertion? How's your heart rate? Maybe looking at your Fitbit, seeing where you're at. I'm at 112. It's pretty good for this exercise. Whew. 15 seconds. And then you're going to pick up your lighter weights. Whew. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Light weights. As quickly as you can comfortably come into this exercise. Wider legs, squat, optional press, and a tricep extension. Good. I'm just going to go into the entire version, but if you need to leave anything out of this, pick the layers that work best for you. The squat gets, of course, the lower body, the quads and the glutes. And then we have the optional press up. You can make it small, or you can do it without workload. Great job. We have 90 seconds of this one. We're just about at the halfway mark. Woo. And again, if this exercise just doesn't feel like it's working for you, do something different. Just keep strength training for me. Excellent. Breathing. Exhale on the exertion. 30 seconds to go. Then we have a balance pose and some stretching. Now, if you need to have a chair or wall close by for balance, feel free to do that. Then we'll grab a drink and we'll begin the next circuit from the beginning. 10 seconds. Woo. Nice work, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Weights down. Great job. Tandem stance. Right foot in front. Balance. Good job. Now your option is going to be to bring the left hand across and stretch your shoulder. To really challenge yourself, look over that shoulder. That makes it really challenging for your balance. Good. We'll be about 30 seconds in each balance pose. Okay, great job. So let's switch legs. Left foot in front. If you need to separate your feet a little bit, that's terrific too. Just make this as challenging as you would like. Right arm across. Option to look over that right shoulder. Good. So this gives us some balance work. Squeeze your inner thighs together, a little bit of stretching, letting the heart rate come down for the next phase ahead. Okay, let's grab a drink of water. Let me check my time. Oh, we're looking good. We're going to be able to get through 4 rounds of what we've got coming up. Okay, so we know what's ahead. Your first movement is your plank. So start to think about what you would like to do this time for your plank. I'll give you about 10 seconds to get ready. I'm going to use my chair this time for my plank. And I'm going to add some leg raises. So let's get ready to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Good. So I'm going to add some little leg raises here with my plank. And we were talking in one of our chats a couple weeks ago, and Joanne was talking about using her stability ball for push-ups and for planks. So I'm wondering, Joanne, are you using your stability ball? We'll have to check in with you after class and see. That's 30 seconds, everybody. You have 60 to go. I'm going to do some side taps with my foot out to the side. So there's just almost an infinite amount of things that we can do for the plank to strengthen our core, to activate those deep muscles of the transverse abdominis. And of course, our goal is to get to where we can hold our plank for 3 minutes. Okay, one more round of 30 seconds, guys. So by the end of the month is our goal. Before I head back to Minneapolis, we're going to have the chance to try a 3-minute plank or 3-minute variation of a plank. We're almost there, everybody. We'll get ready to start our cardio in 10 seconds. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cardio, 2 side taps, 2 knee raises. Good. And then you add the arm movements that you'd like to use with this. 90 seconds. Now, if you're feeling pretty like you can handle some strenuous cardio, you're maybe going to pick up the pace and go a little faster. If today for you is more of an active recovery day, then you can take the speed and slow it down a bit. Good job, because we have to pace ourselves for 3 of these rounds to go. Good. So let me see, what have I got here? We're halfway through, so you've got 45 seconds of this cardio remaining. And again, if you want to do something different, jog in place, anything that you can do to get the heart rate up. But I also love to throw in mind-body work. So we're working our brain by doing this pattern of movements, 2 side steps or side taps, 2 knee raises. So I have a method to my madness. Okay, we have 15 seconds left, everybody. Then you're going to pick up your heavy weights. We have our dead rows coming up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Heavy weights. Any variation of your dead rows that you'd like. Begin as soon as you can. So I'm not building in a 15-second break in between our exercises, but if you need something like that, please take it. And my thinking is we're going from a cardiovascular exercise into a strength, into a cardio, and into a strength. So instead of stopping and resting, we're blending all of these actions together. Good job. We're halfway through our dead row sequence. You can even stay down here and do some continuous rows as well. We've been doing dead rows for 6 years now in LisaBug, so you guys know all of those options. Take advantage of that. 30 seconds to go. Down and pull. Thinking again about really good posture, about those muscles that we're working. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Nice, 15 seconds. Then we go into our burpee variation. Maybe try something different this time for your burpee. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights are down. Burpee variation. I'm going to use my chair this time. So I'm going to do my body wave, put my hands on the chair and walk back into plank. Then I'm going to do the other leg leading. Good. So this one requires some weight on your hands. So if it doesn't feel okay for your wrists, then maybe this one isn't the best one to select. But perhaps you can do a few of those and then come back into your lunge back variation here. So it's nice to do a little bit of body weight onto your hands. Breathe. We're halfway through the burpee variation. Remember, you can also add a jump up off the floor for that burpee variation if you'd like to, if it works okay for your body. 30 seconds. Then we pick up our lighter weights and go into our squat to optional overhead press. And remember, you can do some upright rows instead of overhead presses if that suits your shoulders a little bit better today. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, light weights, please. Good. So we start with the weights up here. We're going to squat, optional press up, and a tricep extension. And I love to add the calf raise there, coming up on the toes to get the gastrocnemius. So last week, we worked on 5 exercises that are important to work while we're aging. And the calf muscles is one of those. It's a big one. So anytime we can do some calf raises, that's great. Good. Oh, it's a balance exercise too, right? And speaking of that, when we're done with this round, we go into balance and flexibility. Nice. We're halfway through these. Under 45 seconds to go. And remember, upright rows works well. Also, so pick an exercise, maybe a front raise, a side raise, or no weights at all. Just really work those legs. Excellent. Almost there, guys. We have 15 seconds left, and then we'll set those weights down. And we're about halfway through our work section today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights are down. Excellent job. Okay, our balance pose is our starfish balance. Turn your toes out. Tap your left foot to the side. Option to lift your arms up. We'll try to take that foot off the floor. Balance and breathe. Good job. So again, if you need a little chair here or a wall for balance, utilize that as much as you need. Excellent. So this leg we're holding up, I want you to put it down on the floor and turn away from it and push your heel down and stretch your calf. Lift your arm up and side bend toward the back of your room. So we've got a calf stretch, a hip flexor release, a lat release, nice side bend. Heart rate should be coming down a little bit. Couple more breaths. Nice job. Okay, let's come back to center. Turn your toes out to that first position. Tap your right foot out to the side. And let's take your starfish balance pose. Good. I feel like heart rate's coming down. I feel much better. But I also feel like it's going to be challenging to do 2 more rounds of our circuit today. We'll do what we can, making adjustments and modifications. Okay, so this foot's going to come down to the ground, turn away from it, push your heel down. That back leg, same arm will lift and will side stretch over. For me, this is also a balance because I'm shifting my body weight off my center of gravity. So it's a stretch and a balance at the same time. Good. Tighten your back leg glute. Let's take 2 more breaths. How's the sweat meter? It's up for me. And then relax. You have a drink break. So maybe also do a rating of perceived exertion. How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you need to make any adjustments for the last 2 rounds? We're halfway through the work phase. And each one of these is taking us roughly 10 minutes. So we're looking good on time. Okay, so what do we have next? Yes, you're right. We have a 90-second plank. So for me this time, I'm going to do a side plank. So I'll give you a few seconds to get in position. I'm going to come down and drop a knee down. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Good. So side planks are great. What we want to think about is stacking the shoulder over the wrist, or you can also do it from your elbow. If side planks are tough for a minute and a half, it definitely is, then you can just do it for 30 seconds and switch back over to your hands and knees and take a bird dog. So do anything that you can here to keep working through that 90 seconds. Okay, that's the first 30. We have 1 minute remaining in our side plank. Beautiful. Woo. So where are we working here in the side plank? We're getting the obliques as well as the transverse abdominis. And breathe. In that side plank, you can look down, you can look up or neutral. You pick. So I'm going to go into a different plank for my last 30 seconds. So get ready. 30 seconds to go. I'm going to go into high plank to get myself through the 90 seconds. Okay, after this last 30 seconds, we're back on our feet for our 2 side taps and our 2 knee lifts in 15. The arms are shaking a little bit. Good, are almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to your cardio. It's not pretty for me getting up, but at least I can, right? Okay, here we go. Side tap, knee lift, knee lift. So maybe now that you know this, you can pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe do a little hop on your knee lifts. You can pick. So I want you to dial it up to where you can today. Great job. 1 minute to go. So if 90 seconds is a bit much, just keep moving during that time. You can bring down the level, but try to keep moving if you can. Walk around the room. Do something that keeps that heart rate up. Great job. Nice. I love seeing your camera on, Chris. You are really working it. Nice job. I imagine Linda has hers on too, but I don't see her square in my view. She's probably down the line a little bit. Okay, guys, 15 seconds. Then we pick up our heavy weights, right? We have our dead row coming up. 10, 9, 8, 7. That was wishful thinking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, your heavy weights. But if your arms are getting tired, you can go to your lighter ones. Absolutely. Okay, dead rows with your variations. Now, each time you come up out of those dead rows, I really want you to think about squeezing your glutes. So come all the way up and engage those muscles. When you tip forward, make sure you're not looking at the screen like that. That's going to bring your head out of alignment. So keep your chin in that L position. 1 minute to go. And then what do we have? Yes, burpee variations. Or anything else you want to do for cardio. I know it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship with burpees, but they're so good for us. And there's so many ways we can do them. So pick the way that works today. Okay, guys, 30 seconds to go on your dead rows. Maybe remember you can do some singles. You can change the position of your forearms into supination. Whew. Nice. Good. Are you breathing? 15 seconds, then burpee variations. Whew. Great job. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights are down. Okay, burpee variations. I'm just going to do the body wave for mine on this section. So anything that you'd like for your burpee variations. And it doesn't have to be the same thing all the way through the 90 seconds. Pick anything that works. That's the beauty of working out at home. You get to be doing your own thing, working out at your own level. I love it. Nice. We have 1 minute left to go of burpee variations. Breathe, breathe. If you're doing this later on YouTube and you need a break, just hit pause in the video. Take your breaks anywhere you want. I'll be here for you when you come back. So that's the beauty of YouTube. And I know that Liz is going to be working out with us later on YouTube. So, hey, Liz, we have 30 seconds to go. Nice. Exhale. Reach. Heart rate should really be up on this one. 15 seconds, then we're going to grab those light weights for our squat, 2 optional overhead and tricep press. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lighter weights. Or maybe one heavy one. I'm going to do one heavy. Squat down. Press. Tricep. Maybe lift up on your toes. Great job. So I combined a lot of different movements because we're only doing 2 strength training exercises today 4 times. So I wanted to be able to encompass as many muscles as we can for this. So that's why we've got the squat combined with the upper body movements. Okay, we're at the halfway mark. 45 seconds to go. And then we have our balance and our stretching. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, 30 seconds. Woo. Oh, I'm feeling it, but hanging in there with it. That's what it's all about. Hanging in with it wherever we can. 15 seconds. Looking good, you guys. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight is down. Great job. Let's do our single leg stance. So stand on your right foot, lift your left knee up. Good. Use the wall if you need. Let your heart rate come down. Breathe. Stand as tall as you can. Beautiful. I'm going to turn to the wall a little bit so I can just have my finger there on the wall. Just about 10 seconds holding our balance. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Great job. Let's switch to the other side. Standing on the other leg. Get good posture. Pick the knee up and begin to balance. Beautiful. So we want to allow our heart rate to come back down because we have one more round of 10 minutes of work. One more circuit training station. 10 seconds to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now take your right foot, cross it behind your left, and let's do a side stretch, pushing the hip out for the IT band. Again, we're working our balance somewhat, and we're getting the tensor fascia lata muscle on the extension of the IT band there and the hip flexor. Good job. Squeeze the inner thighs a little bit. One more breath. And come up. Great job. Let's switch. Toes are turned out a little bit. Left foot is crossed behind the right. This is our ballet 5th position. Push your hip out. Elongate the side waist. All right. Now start to think about it. We're going to get a drink, and then we're going into our last 90-second plank, and the rest of the exercises are last time through. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Grab a nice swig of water. If there's any other stretches you want to hit before we start our plank, make sure you take the time to do that. So I've got to do the side plank on the other side. So I'm going to give that a go. Take about 10 seconds to get started, everybody. And then come on down to prepare, or up against the wall, countertop. Oh, I'm going to need a little cushion for my knee on this side. Okay, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. All right. Great work. Now, the nice thing about the side plank is you don't necessarily have to put a lot of weight in your hand. You can come up like this, and my hand is completely off the floor, or I can come up onto my fingertips. It's a nice way to do a plank without a lot of stress in your wrist and in your shoulder. Okay, guys, that's 30 seconds. You have 1 minute remaining. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. I'm going to do 30 seconds more of a side plank, and then my last 30 seconds will be in high plank. Great job. Try not to hold your breath as you're holding your plank, so your breath is moving. Check your head position. Nice long spine. Deep breaths. Okay, so we have 30 seconds to go. I'm going to do a little switch for my plank. Last 30 seconds, then our planks are done for class today. And we did 4 rounds of 1.5 minutes, which means we planked for 6 minutes today. So that's the most that we've done yet in class. Breaking it down into 4 segments really makes it doable. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, moving into cardio as quickly as you can. 2 side taps, 2 knee raises, or pick something different. Just get that heart rate up. Make it work. Good. This is the last time we'll see these. Now, I didn't mention it, but if you want to cover some ground, you can go across the room with these. You can move it backwards. Just be really careful of anything you have on your floor, like your phone. I got to keep my eye on that phone. That would be tricky to step on that thing. Okay, good job. Beautiful. Breathing. 45 seconds to go on your cardio. Let's really pick it up here, guys. Team LisaBug. All right. You guys know that we are in this together. And without each other, we probably wouldn't be doing this today. So I agree. I believe in us working as a team. 15 seconds left. Then you're going to pick up your heavy weights. Good. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, dead rows. Be careful that you use your legs when you pick up your weights, not your back muscles. Okay, dead row variations. It's interesting how each time I've picked up these 10-pounders, they've felt a little heavier. But that's because the muscles were doing what we're supposed to be doing here. We're creating overload. We're fatiguing the muscles a little bit. And that's what gets us into shape. So 4 sets of these is really beneficial. Remember your variations, different positions for your forearms works great. Halfway through, 45 seconds to go. Woo. Nice. Now, if your low back starts to complain, try to just make these small hinge forward. You don't have to go all the way down to your knees. And that should do the trick for you. Okay, we're on our last 20 seconds. Then we won't see these again today. Exhale when you come up. Nice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. Burpee variations. Okay, I'm going to try the jump back from the chair. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Any burpee variation that you can do today. It's okay to repeat them. Do the same thing each time if that's the best thing for you. I'm going to step back into my plank. That's going to feel better for me today. Yes. Sometimes we just have to try and see what works. Give it a couple rounds. And then your body will tell you what's going to work better for today. If we listen, the body speaks and tells us a story. And it's our objective to honor our body and to listen and not to exceed what might be something that's unsafe for us today. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Then we're done with burpee variations. Oh, I think I heard you all go, good, good. I get it, but can you say effective? Yes, very effective. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lighter weights or one heavy. Squat with optional upper body work. Down. Good. And I love adding those calves. Gives us that little balance challenge. Okay, guys, this is our last strength training exercise. The way I set up these exercises is I gave us opposing muscle groups. So in the dead row, we got the hamstrings and glutes, we got the upper back, backs of the shoulders, and biceps. This exercise, we get our quads and glutes. So opposing, we get the triceps and fronts of the shoulders, kind of medial shoulders as well. And so we've gotten some opposition in training. So a nice, well-balanced workout plan. 30 seconds, guys. Breathing through it. And of course the calves too, if you're raising up on toes. Just a few more. Then we have balance and we have stretch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights are down. Okay, our balance pose is our bird dog standing up, but you could certainly take it down to your hands and knees if you want. So I'm going to have my chair in front of me. You can also have a wall in front of me. We'll step forward onto the right foot. Lift your left leg behind you. Put your left hand on the chair, reach your right hand away. You can also lift your left hand off the chair. Do a warrior 3, another option with your balance. Good. Check your alignment, your posture. Let your breathing slow down. Beautiful. Just about 10 seconds left here on this right leg balance pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Good. Shake out those legs a little bit. Then our left foot steps forward. Long spine. Hinge forward like a teeter-totter. Right hand is on the chair. Left hand reaches forward. Or if you go down to your hands and knees, you can do that bird dog there. Opposite hand and leg lift away from the earth. Tuck your chin just slightly so it's not extending forward and pinching the back of your neck. Scoop your abs up. Back leg is active. Flex your ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax and come up. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch, either sitting in our chair or using our chair to balance. So a couple different ways we can do that. I'm going to use my chair to balance. I'm going to cross the ankle over and drop down like so. If I'm sitting in the chair, I'll cross the ankle over and stretch forward. You can also come down onto your back if you would like to quickly do that for your reclined pigeon or a traditional pigeon on the floor too. Especially if you're watching later on YouTube and you can pause it, take the hip stretch that works great for you. And let's hold here about another 15 seconds, stretching out the medial glute, the piriformis, the deep external rotators of the hip. And breathe in 2 more breaths. Great job. And come up. So the other side, if you're sitting in the chair, we'll cross the ankle over. If you're standing up, you'll cross that ankle over and hold onto the chair or wall and fold forward. So I'm going to stay up here for this one, just to give you 2 different descriptions to try. Yes. The nice thing about doing the standing one is once you find you're stable, you can let go and then maybe try to use this as another balance pose. Good job, guys. 15 seconds left holding this side. How are you feeling? Has that heart rate come down a little bit? Your breathing rate gone down? Your blood pressure goes down when we start to work on the flexibility and balance. Okay, let's come on up. So stretching our hamstring, either using the chair with your leg on the chair or using your chair with your foot down on the ground. We'll extend the right leg forward and either hold onto the chair with support here or put your foot all the way up onto the chair. I like this one because, again, it gives us a little bit of balance here. And then we can drop our chest any amount over that leg. So we want to elongate all of those muscles that we worked in our class today and let that heart rate come down. 10 seconds left on this leg. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Okay, switching sides, either extending the leg out here, hands on the chair here, or a wall. You can use that very well for this stretch, or your foot comes up on top of the chair. Now try to square your hips here so that you don't turn your body out and away from that leg. Make sure you have a tiny bend in this knee, and then we breathe. Great work. And 15 seconds left on this leg. And just find that nice, comfortable edge. We're not working necessarily at increasing our flexibility. We're just increasing the length of the muscle after the workout. So we don't have to go really, really deep into the stretch. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Good. Okay, take your feet wide, squat down, and put your hands right on top of your thighs. Do a standing cat pose. So round your back, look towards your belly, open up your spine, and then reverse that for a standing cow. So tip your tailbone back behind you. You're arching your back a little bit this way and looking forward. And then we'll do 2 more of each of those. Standing cat, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, and then reverse. Standing cow, lift your tailbone up. So we're mobilizing the lumbar spine. And 1 more of each, round. And then standing cow. Should feel great for your back, just moving through a safe range of motion. And then press up. If you'd like to widen your stance a little more, we'll bend the right knee, stretch over that leg so you're feeling your inner thigh on the left leg. You can come down as low as you feel comfortable here. Also getting some hamstrings still in this stretch. Doing this in front of your chair is great too, because you can put your hands right on top of your chair. Let's hold this stretch for about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Good. Bend the left knee. Make sure that knee is tracking over the center of the foot, that's not coming inward. And then stretch the right inner thigh. Coming down any amount for you. And you can bend that left knee any amount that feels okay for your body today. Take some deeper breaths. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Take a nice wide position with the hands. We do this in our lymphatic warm-up. We're going to keep our legs straight and do a windmill down and up. We're going to go slow. It's not about warming up our body. It's about an active stretch. Inhale when you come up. Exhale when you reach. So if you're feeling any tightness in your low back or your hamstring with this, you can bend the knee that you're going towards. That's going to allow that hamstring to relax a little bit. So pick the way that you'd like to do this. Let's do it 2 more times to each side. Beautiful. 1 more each side. And then lower those arms, step your feet back together. I want you to take your right arm on top of your left. Give yourself a big hug here. Or hold the right arm across like we did earlier in class. Or wrap the hands into eagle. And we'll look over to the right side, bringing the elbows to the left. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Give yourself a nice shoulder release and upper back stretch. Great job. Let's unravel the arms. Inhale to open. Exhale, left arm comes on top. You can wrap into a hug. You can hold the left arm across or wrap into eagle arms. Look to the left. Bring your elbows across to the right. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And really press your shoulders down. Activate your lat muscles, your upper trapezius. I really feel the stretch more when I do that. Come back to the center, open the arms. Just keep holding this and pull the shoulder blades back. or reach the hands behind and give yourself a nice chest expansion here. Let's drop our chin down to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Beautiful. Inhale, the head comes back up. Release the chest stretch. Interlace your fingers in front. Press your hands forward so you're flexing your wrists a little bit. Drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Now it's really interesting. Whenever we lace our hands, we typically do it the same time every time we do it because we're creatures of habit. So as you bring your head up, bring your hands back in. Notice which of your thumbs is on top. Switch that and switch the fingers as well. I know that feels odd. Then push the hands forward, drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. The body should be feeling great. 4 rounds of 10 minutes of work, strength training, cardio, core and planking, balance and flexibility and stretching. Excellent work. Let's take a nice big breath. Inhale up, exhale down. You know what I want to do to finish? Because today is Joyce's birthday. Let's do 3 rounds of breath of Joyce. So standing here, we inhale, arms forward. Inhale, arms side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. 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 1 more for Joyce's birthday. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for our first round of LisaBug circuit training. I'd love for you to stay on today and let me know how you did with class. If not, send me a little message and we'll see how you did today and what some future ideas are for class. Okay, great.